Now, it wasn't too long ago where we found out that Henry Cavill, the star behind the latest iteration of the Man of Steel himself, would be taking on the lead role of Geralt of Rivia for Netflix's The Witcher series. And so after that announcement, we have been, just questioning and wondering and theorizing who in the world is going to play the roles of Yennefer of Vengerberg and Ciri of Sintra, arguably the two most important characters after Geralt. It's a very important thing that needs to be done right. So yeah, we've just been wondering, who it's going to be. I've been waiting with excitement and bated breath to find this out. And today we finally got our answer, man, and I'm so excited. And if you guys recall, the whole backlash at Ciri supposedly being casted as a, black Asian woman, and the whole controversy that stirred online, I was like this close to making a video about it, giving my 2 cents about that whole situation. But at the end of the day, I decided not to because it was a rumor. So I didn't really want to, make a video about speculation or anything like that. So I don't know, I decided not to. I wanted to give Lauren and the people who are making the show the benefit of the doubt. So yeah, I don't know, it's kind of funny how this just came full circle and like that was like squashed basically. I don't know. But yeah, and so fast forward to today, that we have the Hollywood Reporter reporting that on top of Henry Cavill already signed on to play Geralt of Rivia, we now have Freya Allan signed on to play the role of Ciri, and we also have Anya Shalatra playing the role of Yennefer of Vengerberg. And so the Hollywood Reporter had this to say, quote, "Netflix's The Witcher series has found its Yennefer and Ciri. Freya Allan and Anya Shalatra join Henry Cavill as Ciri and Yennefer respectively in the upcoming fantasy series based on the series of novels by Polish author Andrzej Sapkowski. The books previously inspired a best-selling video game franchise by Warsaw-based game studio CD Projekt Red. Ciri is the young princess of Sintra, one of the kingdoms at the center of the plot. Yennefer, meanwhile, is a sorceress and Geralt of Rivia's main love interest. She is also a mother figure to Ciri." And end quote. We also got a little bit more of the cast. We actually get to see who specifically is playing Queen Calanthe, who is Ciri's grandmother. We also got to see who is playing Malzak and Tessaya de Veris, which I thought were a couple of standouts of the casting that we got so far, which is really cool to see this kind of take shape so quickly. And it also gives you kind of an idea of, I guess, story-wise or just like timeline where they're, really kind of aiming for. If they're casting for Calanthe and Malzak, who, if you don't know, is Ermion from The Witcher 3. If they're, if they're looking for, or I guess I should say, if they're including those characters, then it's probably safe to assume that this is probably, timeline-wise, we're falling right in Last Wish area, which is exactly how they should do it, I think, in my opinion. To me, at least, it reassures me that they're not, cutting any corners in terms of Ciri's story, I guess, because this is really, like, at least with those two characters, Calanthe and Malzak, this is really, going to establish the beginnings of Ciri's character. So I like that it seems like, at least from what we know so far, that they're not planning on cutting any corners with Ciri's entire backstory, which is nice to know. So in terms of the casting itself of Freya and Anya, I think Freya has, like, because I think a lot of people, they're expecting like Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Ciri. They're expecting the older version of her, and I think a lot of people need to understand that this is, a adaptation of the books first and foremost, right? So we're diving into, the beginnings of this character when, she was a kid. Her story really begins when she's, a kid. So, I think Freya has that look down. To me, looking at this picture, that's young Ciri to me. I think they really nailed that appearance-wise. I think they nailed it. Obviously, we have yet to see how she's gonna do in terms of acting in the role, but again, I trust the team that they made, not just the casting, you know, based off her looks, but also on her acting skills. So I trust them that they were able to find the best possible actress to play this character. So yeah, I trust them with the decision with Freya. Like I said, I think she has the look down for sure. Like, I look at this picture, I'm like, yeah, that's Ciri. Now we just need to see what she can actually do in that character's shoes. Now, in terms of Anya playing Yennefer, I don't know, I'm a little bit torn. Like, I look at her and I think maybe it's just the hair. I think if maybe she had long curly hair, then I would be like all down for it. But I don't know, it just doesn't scream Yennefer to me yet. She looks really, really young, so maybe that could be a reason why. I know Yennefer, she looks like, in the books at least, she looks like she's in her 20s or 30s, I think, even though she's like, I want to say like over 90 or at least 100 or something like that. Like, she's really old in the books, although, you know, she puts on, you know, magic cream and stuff like that to make her seem a lot younger. Now, the rest of the article kind of interviews Lauren. It's just like a series of questions, and one of the things I wanted to talk about really quick was the reporter asks, quote, "The Witcher series, well centered on Geralt, features many strong female characters. Will the show feature Ciri and Yennefer in prominent roles alongside Geralt?" Obviously. But Lauren responds by, "Yeah, what's interesting is the first couple of books are told from Geralt's perspective. When I was reading them, I saw that there are all these other characters who are very strong and powerful, not just women, by the way. They can be pulled to the forefront, so it doesn't always feel like Geralt's journey, because the journey of one man is never going to be very interesting. It's only going to be as interesting as the people he interacts with, and that's why these characters are rising in prominence in the series." And I couldn't agree more with what she's saying. Even though Geralt is the star of the show, it's not just his story, right? It's like, it's this ensemble working together to make, you know, The Witcher as great and complex and real as it is. You know, it is all these characters, you know, it's just as much Ciri's story as Geralt's at times. It's also, you know, focusing on the Hansa members, like getting into Regis's story, Milva, Kahir's complexities, and all these different characters working together to make such a great, you know, narrative. I think it would be a real disservice if we don't, you know, focus on, you know, those other supporting characters. So I'm glad that, you know, she's talking about that. You know, it's not just Geralt's story, like, it's all these other, you know, little characters in this story, in this journey, that makes The Witcher as good as it is. Alright, so thank you guys for watching. Really excited by this news. I'm just excited that this is happening, that the ball is rolling, man. We're getting some progress. It feels good, man. It really does. So yeah, man, I'm excited. Tell me what you guys think down below about you know, these two. You like them? Do you hate them? I don't know. Let me know. But again, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe for more, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.